El Paso Locomotive. Unfortunately, our good friend Phil could not be here. But to talk about this, however, seriously, Loco always records and they do a great job over there. But is the attacking firepower they have great enough to overcome what could be the worst back line in the USL Championship?
There's certainly a case to make. And I think a lot of that relies on Junior Gonzalez's system and the way that he's going to set this team up. He has always been a possession first kind of manager, and it's sort of a shape that grows more expansive as it goes upfield. Like he likes to tuck the fullbacks in, let them be creators. It's this two center back and then fullback, number 6 fullback line that just makes sure that you aren't bleeding in transition, but also forces opposing presses to step up. And then, as a knock on effect, you can play those longer through balls towards a Moreno, towards a Rubio Rubin. So if that formula works out and it's Gabby Torres hitting through balls to Armando Moreno all day, you kind of see the vision for what El Paso is trying to be. Now, the second they give the ball away and they have to get back into their block, and it's Tony Alfaro and Palermo Ortiz, you start to have some doubts. But I think the best case where El Paso really lives up to that potential could be one of the most fun teams in this league.
And this El Paso team had 3 separate instances last season where they was able to put 5 games unbeaten consecutively, like 3 separate times this past year. Like they were putting up like these high scoring games. We've already mentioned the 4-4 game they had against Phoenix. They put a 6-0 result over Las Vegas as well. Like they were very much a high scoring team, but like we've mentioned, this back line is incredibly woeful. I was going through some of the like historical results. Like Las Vegas had one of their earlier histories when they conceded 77 goals in a season. 2024 Miami FC had 89 goals conceded in the year, and like it might be a question mark of like how many goals does this El Paso team give up? And the record conceded in a season was 52, and like I think they might very well be giving up that amount.
You can't stop me from believing in Abraham Romero, who is currently listed as their backup goalkeeper, but you cannot stop me from believing in him.
That has changed in the live depth chart thing, by the way, because I've kind of convinced myself that he's got the goods.
Like there's a part of me that they might do a little bit of a Jamali wait, which they've been doing the last 2 years, which is Jamali's back there somewhere, please save us. And he normally did, and it was ridiculous. Like every single week he was winning save of the week, and it was like, wow, Jamali Wade won save of the week. El Paso lost 3-0 yet again. Like, but
the Mike Trout Angels experience.
But I mean, I'm still looking at this front line where I'm looking at Moreno and Rubin, and I'm looking at Vila, Cavallo, at Santi as well in that the base of the midfield, and I'm just like, I'm kind of believing. And this is where I'm once again in that roster part of the season of like, I believe in this team. This team's going to win it all. I don't quite have that thought with El Paso, but in my brain, there's also a world where they managed to just find themselves in a home playoff spot like last year again. And would I be shocked? Yeah. But also, I think this team is about equal to the team last year, and weird stuff happened last year for it to happen. Who says that, the West is not a simulation once again?
And I can convince myself that there are 2 decent center backs in that mix somehow. Dolan Meyer is a guy I have a lot of time of day for, and new management is going to be more willing to give him minutes. If he starts, you're halfway there for my money. Kofi Twumasi could end up being the 6 in this team just because of the variability, but he's got some real talent, and multiple coaches have seen that in him. Ortiz is a loose cannon and a kind of a walking red card, but if he keeps a level head, that's something. If those guys are halfway decent, everything about El Paso starts to feel more comfortable.
Is there a world where you see a 3-back with Dolomire stepping in as a 3rd? And Twumasi being that Pierre type where he's a 6 out possession, a 3rd center back in, or you know what I'm saying. stepping
I-
up in possession, dropping back out.
I think there is a slim chance that's never been Junior Gonzalez's thing. Like he's a pretty strict four at the back, straight up kind of guy. It fits the roster, so who knows?
Any final thoughts on this team?
Sorry, Phil.
Sorry, Phil.